Okay, I'd like to say good evening, people in Radio Land. If you're just joining us, you're listening to Tap FM broadcasting live from Zwedru, Grand JODEH County, right here in the telecom community. And you may have heard or didn't hear the Honorable Mary Johnson of District Number 2 will be speaking to the people of Grand JODEH County, specifically her district, regarding support and activities outlined. So now is the time we'd like to say fasten your seatbelts as we have our honorable proudly seated and ready to speak to us right here this evening. So we're going to take this short break, and then when we come back, we go right across from where I sit to talk to our honorable. So be there, tell somebody that Honorable Mary Johnson got some good message for you. So be seated. Let's take this break and be right back. Okay, so that's it. We'd like to now go right into business this evening. You're listening to Top FM 105.3 megahertz, and we're having some special interaction this evening with the Honorable Lawmaker. So we'll go across the table and she will make some formal introduction. We'll make some formal introduction, and then when she will go right ahead and tell us exactly why she's here this evening. Welcome, Honorable.
Thank you.
Okay, so you've been in the county at least for some hours now. If I want to run that up, and we believe that you are here for a purpose. You need not to come for a particular. This is your home, but we believe that this appearance has something to do and something important for the people of Grand JODEH County, specifically the people of District Number 2. So tell us, what's the mission?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, like you read for us, this is my county, this is my district. And from time to time, of course, I will come in to check on my people and then, socialize at least with my people. But this time around, I am actually here because since the election, I have not actually gotten back to my people to come and actually tell them thank you, for electing me to be their representative. And so at this time, I took this time off, especially just to be able to come. I won't be able to visit every single sector of my district right now, but I am here to visit from Zwedru here. I'm going to go through Kane. We'll spend a night in Topher Town, and then where we're going to, just celebrate together. And then I will from there pass through towns, celebrating with my people until to Big Bandre, where I'm also going to spend another night, and we'll have next time together. Then I'll be going to Zia Town. I will just spend a night in Zia Town because it's a groundbreaking ceremony that's supposed to take place on Friday for a police station that will be constructed by the local government of Grand JODEH.
Okay. So today we read in the news, and of course following your activity, you broke grounds for a youth in Putu. Tell us. You want to tell us about it? How was it, and what inspired it?
Well, as I was doing my tour during the election period, people had requests, and what I noticed most of all that actually stood up to me was the youth are our future. And even though there's a saying that people keep saying that in Grand JODEH or everywhere else, that when they build youth centers, the youth don't utilize those centers, they just sit there. And so people, they don't see it as a development. For me, a youth center stands for something completely different. It's where you go to empower the youth. And so going around Grand JODEH, I've never actually seen a youth center
Okay.
in any of the sectors that I would actually call a functional youth center. And so it has always been on my mind that if I have the opportunity, that I'm going to make sure that, I provide a youth center in each my 3 administrative districts.
Okay.
And so today being one of them in Penacon, Putu, that we're going to do our first legislative project, which is a youth center in Penacon. And then, of course, we got 2025 coming up. There will be another thing, but we'll see what happens. But this is my plan, that all 3 districts will have youth centers, well equipped
Youth
to
centers.
be able to help.
Okay, so your programs today. So you have any idea how long it might take for that project to be fully completed and the building be functioning?
Actually, according to the contract, it's 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 4 months from today.
Yes.
Okay, so we expect when we go to Penocon in Putu,
In 4
the
months.
young people will have to be using that building.
Yes.
All right, so you want to give us a detail of your itinerary, because you did a summary of it, so that the people can know what to expect when we go to this. I mean, as you go into these places.
Okay. Yeah. So tomorrow, I think we should be leaving out of here maybe by 12 o'clock, and we will go through. I think our first stop will be. Is that? I think it's in Mayorstown. I think Mayorstown. The first town.
Yes.
Bowerstown. Okay. So our first town will be Bowerstown. That we will, be able to appreciate our supporters, especially our chairladies and chairmen and youth, let's say coordinators and all those that actually supported us, like the town chiefs. We're going to be gone, or some of the town chiefs are going to, lap on some of our chairladies and put shirts on our, chairmen and our coordinators put on the suit. So we're just going to just tell them thank you in a special way.
Okay.
Starting from that town all the way to the 6 or 7 towns of Kane. And then we're going to spend the night into first town tomorrow night, where we'll have a little, get together, make up with them. We'll have music, just spend the time together, be able to interact, citizens to representative. We do the same thing starting the next day. So each town do the same ceremony for each town. And then we'll do until we get to a boundary where we're going to also spend another night, of celebration.
Okay.
Just be appreciative of the fact that, I'm here. And then roll on to Seattle
Okay.
for the ceremony of the police station. As you know, the whole of KONOBO district does not have a police station. Something actually to call a police station. They have one somewhere in Putu, which is nothing. We really don't have a holding cell. So if something happens, for example, somebody even stole peanuts, right? Instead of going to, to a police station and then they'll put you in a holding cell before actually bringing you, if for any reason that you need to be transferred into a maximum jail or something like that for a maximum crime, we don't have that. So for every little petty crime you commit, you come to maximum jail.
Okay.
Which is wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like you are depriving the citizens of their rights, because nobody can just go to a maximum jail for any kind of crime. But because they don't have anywhere to hold them, so it's really been something that been on my mind. I said to myself, if they need, and luckily the county also have development that they select for different districts. And for me, I decided police station.
Okay.
For KONOBO, because it's very important that we have one, so that we have holding, especially holding cell for ladies and for men, because what they have now, men and woman, child, everybody in the same cell.
Oh no.
Which is actually unheard of.
Okay.
So with this particular holding cell, you're gonna have for female and male, and then have officers also for the different officers. They're for DEA, police, immigration, etc.
Okay. So when I listened to you explain earlier, you mentioned a gowning, chair ladies and chairmen and the rest of it,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
So you somebody will say,
Eli,
y- yeah.
Eli, you.
Okay, so somebody want to say you talk about chair ladies and chairman. I want to verify first of all, are these people a part of your campaign team? Those, I mean, those people that help elect you. Are those kind of chairman you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
And then also, we also going to deliver on some of the campaign promises.
Okay.
Like sometimes we say we want bono, 4 5 bono a thing to do a town hall. Some will say, we want agricultural materials. Others will say, whatever it is they ask for that we can afford to give them, we'll also be able to deliver on those campaign promises as we go from time to time.
Oh, so you are prepared. All right. So if
Yes.
you're listening to us, you're listening to Top FM 105.3 megahertz, and we're in conversation with Honorable Mary Johnson of District Number 2, Grand Judah County. We have our panelists. We have our panelists here also who are following and are part of this broadcast tonight. So we would like to say be prepared. Prepared. We'll open the phone line so you can interact with your lawmaker. But until then, we will take this question. Of course, we go around and take questions from our panelists. Listening. So guys, if you're there, prepare yourself so that you can interact with the honorable. She's right here, and I guess you know of things that you want clarity about. So honorable.
Yes.
Apart from the police station,
Mhm.
is there any infrastructural development plan that you have for this year that you want
Yes.
to let us know about?
Yes. I also will come maybe around February. I'm coming to there will be some festival going on in Ziatown and in Glio.
Okay.
And during that time, I will be on groundbreaking for two projects.
Okay.
One will be a guest house
All
in
right.
Tofetown, and the second one will be in Chenzoni and Bedtown
Okay.
in Chenzoni, another guest house.
All right.
Yes.
Somebody will say, okay, I mean, Bear Town, guest house.
Yeah.
I mean, how does it benefit, and how does it benefit the people of that area?
Okay, let me tell you how.
Okay.
If you have a town,
Mm.
right, or you have a section,
Mm.
and you are lobbying
Mm.
with some big figures
Okay.
within the government, you invite people to come to your town
Mm-hmm.
or maybe to your
Yeah, take straight.
session.
Mm.
And when they come in our town, for example, the whole town were doing all these campaigning, there's nowhere to spend the night.
Okay.
So you invite someone who comes to give speech and you asking them for things in your town hall, and there comes nowhere to lodge them. So they have to put the people up into their,
Private
rooms,
homes.
yeah, the private homes, which really not necessary. So I guess that's very important. I too had that same question, but going through what I went through, it was very important because I know I brought some important guests that I wanted to actually come with me on the tour, see what the people need and stuff. We get to town, know where to lodge these people. And so I guess that's very important. If you want to invite, people to help out in your district.
Okay, so that's it. A guest house is important so that when we have outsiders who are visiting within that particular section at a particular time can be able to find place to rest their head. And of
Yes.
course, is it going to be for commercial purposes or it's just going to be there?
Well, it's up to the community to use it as the way they wish. For example, there's a guest house in the Ziatown, right? It is not really up to par. For example, we just had almost 12 Americans that came back home
Right.
to do a culture festival. There was nowhere to lodge them, right?
Okay. Yeah.
That guest over not even enough, nothing. So it was really difficult.
Okay.
So next year, we even plan on doing a bigger one that will bring at least 30, 40 person. Where would they go? So these guest houses, up to the people, after the guests leave, they can lease it out and they can use it to generate funding if they want to. But that's my purpose for me,
Okay.
is to be able to house people that will come to your aid.
Okay, so before I go to our panelists who are listening and are eager, taking notes, who want to ask some questions. You're in the county right around the town. The time that we will be going into the sporting arena. On a national level, and you happen to be the time that you are here. All of your activities, I didn't hear you mention anything in that regard. What do you think about because inclusive, you being a lawmaker for all of us as Grangidians, especially when it comes to the sporting time like this, there are some things surrounding the sporting activity. Do you have any plan to meet the county team, the authority, the sporting authority, while you are here? To address some of the challenges that they are faced with currently.
Yes.
Okay.
And let me tell you something. The reason why I kept a little quiet because I have a team in town here.
Okay.
Yeah, that been around since 3, 4, 5 years now. Yes, called Reliable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I believe in sports. Also, I'm part of this particular team that this playoff is about to happen.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm a little bit disappointed of the way the sporting activities goes in, seriously speaking. And so I have my reservations. But notwithstanding, I'm going to meet with, like you said, those that are in charge, and we're going to sit and really talk about it so that I can express my concerns.
All right.
And see if anything can be done about it. But yes.
Okay, so the Honorable Lawmaker has reservations. She's going to meet with the rightful authority to be able to. So right now we'll go to our panelists. Mr. Chroma, are you there? Hello? Okay, so we will go to the next person. Mr. Chroma seems to be having some network issue. Mr. Aichi Wright, welcome.
Thank you, Eli. Thank you very much. And thank you, Madam Marie, Honorable Rep. Sure.
Thank you.
And it's good interacting with you.
Okay.
Good evening to the people of Grand GEDEH. Good evening to everyone listening to us from around the world. Madam, I'm listening to you very keenly, and I think let me first of all commend you for your deliberation. But while you were talking, I took down a few questions, and I would like to engage you on those.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
No, I don't.
So, Eli did ask you for questions. He asked you what you think was important to your people. And I think I heard you clearly. You said the guest house. And so it is off of that, I want to ask you these questions. First of all, let's go to the demographics. What is the demographic in your district?
You said what is the demographic in my district?
Are you talking about in terms of the population?
How many youth, what the number of the youth in your district, males and female, and how many elders in your district, male and female?
Okay, first of all, let me make that correction first. Ida did not ask me what was important in my district. It was not a question. I think you didn't get that question correctly. Ida asked that question again.
So I asked about whether you have any infrastructural development plan for this year.
Yes.
And then you want to have to talk about the guest house in 2 locations.
Yes.
And then I talk about, okay, the guest house in that particular place. What's the importance of the guest house?
Exactly.
At this time and in that place.
Yes. So you heard that question?
Yeah, so I'll take it away, Eli asked it.
That's how the question was asked. It was an important thing in my district. It was a specific question that he asked about the guest houses.
Let me. Then having said that, let me. I thought I heard Eli asked you, said, "Man, what is your purpose of being in the county, and what are the plans that you have?" And then you said you were here to build a guest house. Then they asked you, say,
"No,
is the guest house?"
That's not the first thing she began with. She went ahead and talked about her appreciation itinerary going from one town to the other, the ones that they have on the list, and then she talked about breaking ground in addition to the
A youth
groundbreaking done
center.
already.
A youth center including.
Okay, Eli, but don't talk. The rep is there. Don't speak for her. Now.
Okay, okay. No, I
Okay,
just wanted to rectify.
okay. So what I said was, maybe you didn't hear me clearly. I said that I was here to break ground and to do appreciation. And number one, today I broke ground in Pentagon, Putu, for a center. And I told him the importance of that youth center and why I chose the youth center. Then I told him also that I was going.
Okay, can I think you explain that part. So let me come to my next question then. The next question to you is, Madam Rep, is I asked you for your demographic because it's very important for me. I want to know if you can tell us how many young people are in your district.
I have no idea.
Both male and female.
I don't have any idea. I don't have idea of that. I cannot give you the exact number. No.
Okay. All right. So then I'll go to my next question.
Okay.
Would you agree with me, Madam Rep?
Yeah.
That it is important for, if I were representing my people, for me to know the demographic of the people that I represent. For example, if I have 65% of youth in my district, people between 85, it will allow me to go to the national legislature and be able to proffer the right representation within the national budget. And if I have mostly elder people within my district, that will also enable me the chance to go and be able to make that proper representation when the budget time comes at the national legislature. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You do agree with that. And so is it fair if I said that at this point, when you say you do not know the demographic of your district, that puts you in a very awkward position?
Go on, make your point, please. Just go ahead. We are not dialoguing.
Okay.
Make a point.
No, that was the question. But anyway, if you choose not to answer, that's fine. So let me go to my next question.
Okay.
You also said that you have not visited the county ever since the election was over. Is that correct?
You said what? I think you know something. You know something.
Ever since the election?
Listen to me. I don't think you prepared tonight, and I'm not here to exchange with you. Because first of all, you did not listen to anything I had to say here tonight. You just making up stories as you go. I never said what you are saying. You are quoting me wrongly. Every sentence, yeah, everything I say, you quoting me wrongly. That's not why you are. That's
correct me.
I should correct you.
Yeah,
when I was speaking, you said you wrote down questions, right? So if you wrote down questions, you should be able to put the questions to me correctly. But you're not. Every question you put back to me is wrong. So did you say this is your first visit to the county? No, this is my county. This will be my first visit. I'm here all the time.
Okay.
I said me coming back to tell my people thank you. I did not say this is my first visit.
You talk about the guest house.
Construction. Mr. Wright.
No,
Mr. Wright.
This is my last question, please. This is the last.
Yeah, please. So we can go to the next panelist, please.
Okay. Yeah, this is the last one. You talk about the guest house. Now I'm going to put two questions in one since this is my last. First, can you tell us what is the cost of the guest house? And is the guest house been undertaken by your own expenditure, or is it been is an allocation that was like you advocated for in the national budget? Thank you.
Thank you. So I think you heard the question, right?
Yes, I did. Okay. Those guest houses are my own.
That's all right. You can mute yourself. Okay.
They are allocation. I did not. It's not truly the budget. So it's my own promise to the people, because when I was on the trail, they asked me, and even when I came back to the county, first of all, I did not just jump up here and start requesting for things upon these people. I came to the county, I sat with my district. Every sector were present. And they and I sat and they would discuss about what do they want to see happen for them. And they gave me the list of items that they actually need, that they are short of, that they need. And these are some of the items, like the police station, like the youth center, like the 2 guest houses. In fact, the other place asked for a youth building too. So in Kumatan, in order to, so these are things they requested based on my entire district. Is I just make up or I decided to just throw upon them. It's by need and requests from them. But these 2 items are my own initiative because they asked, I promised them I will get it for them. And that's what I'm going to build them.
Okay, so you asked about the value of what
The
would
value,
be the estimated
okay,
value of each of the guest houses.
Each of the guest houses will cost 35,000 each.
Okay, so
It's not a big guest house. Just guest house at 4 bedrooms, something like that, just to accommodate.
Okay, Mr. Wright, you heard her. She said about 35,000. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so
each.
so let's now go to Nse Mianta to come on and tell us if she has any question for our honor here. Nse Mianta, welcome.
Thank you very much. Could you skip me for now because I will not fully prepare.
Okay. So let's now take Mr. John Aki Nire. Aki, you've been following. If you've been following, you have any question, we'll actually now take you.
All right. So thank you very much. So I want to say hi to everyone listening. Most definitely our panel guest, the Honorable Representative Mary Johnson. I want to say, hi to you at my first interaction with you. And I also want to take this time to appreciate you for your representation. Because most time I, go on the Facebook, see live stream of the House of, Representatives section. Most time I see a session until there was a split, and I believe where you find yourself, per my choice of words, I think you are in the illegal side of it, but you can defend yourself to that. So, I listened to you, and you say you undertaking the youth project. Well, that have been a traditional way, but most time we said on the radio, the last time we heard you were doing roles in your district. Likewise, the district #1 representative were also doing role. Many of the callers who read between lines of their constitution said, you got 3 legislative functions, which is lawmaking, oversight, and representation. In their definition of oversight, they said, it's not your responsibility to do roads. It's not your responsibility to build youth guest house. What your responsibility, they believe, is to use your oversight and teach your national government or the local authority to do these things. I will want you to please explain yourself to that, if they're wrong or you think you're right. Because I'm looking at your flyer here, when you campaign during the election, the flyer, you talk about culture, you talk about road connectivity, you talk about healthcare and electricity. I don't know how you intend going about it and how you achieve them, given your responsibility as lawmaker.
Thank you so much for that beautiful question. Well, I think I also have the responsibility to lobby for my people, right? Is it part of my responsibilities, do you think?
That could be probably traditional or customary, but it's outside the law.
Well, outside the law, you are supposed to be, yes, the mouthpiece out there lobbying for your people. The reason why you lobby for your people, because there are certain things they cannot speak out for themselves. It is you to speak out for them. They sometimes cannot send out requests to the government directly. It's you that requests on their behalf. Everything that comes to your district is through you. That's what makes you representative. So based on that, yes, it is in my domain to provide for my people. I'm not saying it is my responsibility that I have to build roads for them or something, but I can definitely lobby on that with the government or even outside forces, anyone that I think can help my district, I will reach out to them for help, including the government and my colleagues. And that's what I'm doing.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you so much. So my last point, what I believe, I think most time, if you love it, you bring your international partner or whosoever want to help, you need to pass it through the requisite authority so that the property scrutinize them. But I mean, you deal with your own way. So my last point is, I mean, given the situation at the house,
Yeah.
many of us, if not many, but I believe that you and the district number one are wrong of the impasse, because I believe the laws are very clear that talks about 49, to proffer your resolution and then speaker recusing all the other legislative proceeding. I believe that you guys didn't get it 49 and move on to some area to call a session. I know you will come up with a point to say, but with people sign on and later withdrew their signature. But again, the legal laws and the fact that it was notarized. How can you address yourself to the current legislative? What prompted you to take an action to side with the quote-unquote majority bloc that is being considered an illegal bloc? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, what prompted me to take that action has to do with the fact that we were all elected to go in our house as representatives that represent our people, our districts. There's no one that is better than the other, bigger than the other one. We are the same lawmaker that sat and elected a speaker. So we are equal. Okay? It's because your speaker does not make you a superior being that you can just step on your colleagues and think that you have it all. Our speaker was in the wrong. You all see it as a wrong, but I know what you're leading to. But we are in a house, and everything we did was legal. There was nothing illegal about it, according to our rules that we read. You said we did not have 50. We have 51, and those 51 signed on, and nobody dropped off. The only person that came in when you know her, and she was not even part of the number we were counting. So we did have 51. And so, but forget the 51. It has to be, there's a procedure. If you want to get, say, for example, your speaker is doing something that you know is illegal, you will go to that. We have reached out to Honorable Kofa so many times. Even the people, some of the people that are with him today, and that someone then can say, we were telling him. So we did talk to him on several occasions. We cannot just sit in the house and be thrown around like puppets. We were elected like him. He alone cannot just in his office take on 50 employees and go put every radio personnel on his payroll, every whatever party people that he have, and put them on the payroll, making 3,000 something. In fact, some people making 1,000 something, some making 2,000 something. We made a whole list and we announced it, we put it out there for the world to see. And you in all the radio stations in Monrovia on our main payroll. Then notwithstanding, he still went into the central administration that is for everyone else, because we have that are in our district that are going through things too, that are suffering and need jobs. So you alone have 50 something in your office that you hire all the people you want to hire, and then you go to the central administration, hire another 50. Then the rest of us get 16 each. You think it's fair? It's not. And we can't just sit by and let it watch simply because we elected someone to be our speaker. And this thing brought up a big fight. And we were in the meeting and we all sat there and we said it was wrong. Someone then got 28. Other people got 50. Some people got 30 something. Then the rest of us, we got was 16. The rest of it, they gave you one, or they decide what comes to you. That's not how it's supposed to be. He knows the rules. We elected him, but that does not make him superior to decide for us. Nobody know. You don't even know your committee that you're on. One day you're on this committee, the next day your committee changed. He finds somebody else that is the person you're moving with. The next day, you give the committee to this person. So you're in the house, you look like a little child, because 1 minute you tell your office staff, I'm on this committee. And then they do a print out a card for you. 2 weeks later, you're not on our committee no more, because oh, sorry, you know what, like this, then you change that car. 3 days later, you on the other committee, you're not on this. That's how he was. And we cannot afford to just sit there and let one person dictate to us that way. We elected him. And then besides, you can see why he passing around telling people, say they wanted to audit. He wanted to audit us. 70% of that house is brand new. We are all new lawmakers. We just got there. What is there to audit about us? You've been the deputy speaker before. And you were once, deputy speaker before, and you come in as a speaker. In your 2 years, you invested over $7 million. Then you want to tell people, say, that you're trying to audit us. We just got here. We even in a year as lawmakers. We're not nobody is in position. We ain't on no position. We just said this some, or even there maybe one membership for committee. Some have no committee at all. So what that to audit that will make us to want to say we want to get rid of him. But he knew what he did. He knows it. And not everything, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say that, but frankly speaking, he knew exactly what he did. We gave him the opportunity to meet with us so that he can come and tell us that these things that we're accusing you of, are they wrong? Are we lying? Come here, sit with us. He refused. He started seeking the media attention, media sympathy, simply because he was buying all the media in Monrovia, got all the guys on salary for 3, 4, 5,000 until we finally seized his office and were able to get our list out to find out why was the media so much into somebody investing money. We are confessed the man is representing almost all the SOEs. So every time you bring an SOE to the table to question their behavior towards our people that fires to, that talk away all our people benefits. The people work, they have no retirement, they got no medical, they got nothing. Their children going to school, they hardly go to school. They don't even have nothing good for these people. And then we question these people. Why are these people working with no retirement? Why are you paying the people unpaid? And everybody's contract, how can the whole big company that fires to actors only? We question these things. Fires to on the board. Some of you saw it. Like we're working, but we're all sure. What happened? He sent that thing to committee room because he was representing Firestone. And today, Firestone paid nothing towards that. He did not even solve any problem. And then went scot-free. What happened to B Mountain? They shot 2 person, brought them and killed them. Did you hear one police officer went to jail? No. Because why? He represented B Mountain. And so everything, all that noise, we're making up and down, right, up and down, thinking we're doing something, we're doing nothing. At the table, his 3, 4 lawyers were represented B Mountain. So every time we're talking, they were there telling B Mountain what to do from his law firm. And at the end, what happened? That case died. That today B Mountain said they would do this, rather they find beautiful paper and pass it on and this. So this man, was sitting at our place that if to say we're supposed to be answerable to him, that would mean nothing. He decides. So why are we doing oversight? What should we even bother? Oversight doing what? You have oversight responsibility for a committee. They make you and you go to the committee, you bring the committee to the books, and he waved the committee off simply because he represented the committee. Is that the man we're supposed to keep for 5 to 6 years going through that for what? So Kofa know there are a lot more for which we decided that we were going to call him to order. He refused to even come and have a sit down with us. The next thing was on the air talking about, oh, we took 16,000. That he knows how he got there. So he knows 16,000. I'm going to take him from there. Kofa knows better, but you all don't know that.
So honorable.
And so no, he wanted me to I really want to answer because there's been a whole lot of people. And it's been on my mind to be able to explain that. And that's the reason why I'm telling you that we are not on the wrong side. We are on the right side. And this is why you see us going the way it is. And at the end, we will do that particular audit and see who actually stole from our house. I thank you.
So honorable, especially the point where you talk about the personal slots that he had,
Yes.
employing people of his choice with way more number, where the rest of you have fewer numbers.
Yeah.
Some always say that it's more personal than nationalist. I mean, it's more personal than, and that the interest of all Liberians. What do you want to say towards that?
No, it's you know why it becomes your interest? You own this radio station, right?
Yeah.
You have the right to hire 50 people you want to.
Okay.
But when they have to do the national cake that we all supposed to take part in, and you take it all from us all, it's wrong. His office, he's supposed to hire maybe 30-something person. And these people are supposed to work for the interest of the Liberian people, like come to work in his office, clock in and out. But when they are in the different radio stations and going about their business on radio stations, and some of them are just politicians that Carol grade them, that you put on salary for $3,500 and they don't come to work, they don't have anything to do with the House of Representatives, that's wrong. That's money that we can save to hire more people that can actually work, or maybe yet development. Look at our building that is set on fire. Look at that building. In a deplorable condition. You haven't gone in that building. If you go in that building, you'll cry. What can we fix it then? We're always going out, reaching out to all the foreign people to come and help. We can't help ourselves. We can. But when the people are doing things like this, it makes it difficult for everybody else. So if that was his own business, I don't.
Okay. So that's it. Actually, I key newly. I hope you some of your questions, or I mean, it was answered the way you.
No, but you know, I don't want it to be a hard impulse.
Okay. So
again, there are laws. Even if the man went and killed someone, there are constitutional provisions to get rid of it. I'm focused on the constitutional provision.
We went with the constitutional provision. I don't know what else you want.
Okay.
We did not just throw the man out.
But man, people said when they sign up to the resolution, in fact, resolution doesn't use one, but when they sign up to the resolution, they were assured that for nothing was going to be accorded due process. But when they saw that due process was not being accorded, they called for a press conference and withdrew their signature.
Well, I'm not worried about those few persons, those 5 persons you're talking about. I'm not even worried about them.
And why are you still forcing people?
I'm not even worried about those 5 persons. With 5 of persons, we still have 51 that never withdrew their signature from anywhere. 51.
Okay, so we'd like to now go over to the next.
I'm not talking about the 5 persons that left. I'm talking about actual 51 persons. And you should check that record.
We'll find different time to express it.
Yeah, we'll find different time to be able to rock with the panelists here. I mean, one of these days during the weekend, we can rock it back and forth until the water comes out of it, that we all can understand the color. Sure. So let's now go over to Mr. Emmanuel Zaza. Emmanuel Zaza, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Zaza, and good evening to everyone. My fellow panelists, thank you, and welcome, Madam Johnson. Thank you so much for availing yourself to us.
Thank you.
I think it's the only way we can prayer. So I have a few reservations.
Okay.
To do with the one you were trying to explain that I listened to, which almost all the lawmakers and answer have been paid. It's simply saying because the man stole, he deserved to die. So they went ahead and killed him without him by the law. So I will go by your own rules.
Okay.
48 of the rule says the House of Representatives rule 48. If you have your vote, you can look at it.
No, go ahead, no for it.
Okay. 3.3 says any complaint that you have against any of your members, that complaint should be written, submitted to the speaker. I didn't see any of you having your complaint written and submitted to the speaker.
Okay.
The second one, I'll call all the law. You don't have to explain it because I'm not going to change it. All of you make up your mind. What are you make up your mind? So I'm going to change it. I'm going to explain so that preparing will judge us. They say rule 48. But 5 says any complaint that is for disciplinary action, a person should be given a due process by law. At least you have ready for that he answered all of the charges against him. What charges are true or they are not true? There's no way for all to prove it. So no need for you to matter. You already said that. Just give you receipt. Why for me? I think you were wrong. And then we'll move on to 49, the Constitution. You shall elect a presiding officer and officer speaker. Resign. When the president doesn't resign, before Fala join you, you had 3 sessions without deputy speaker, without the speaker. 3 sessions. Anything that is not done, is not done at all. I just explained it to you. You don't have to explain it because you already make up your mind.
No, I will explain it.
No.
No. It's good to explain.
The 3 laws that all of you miss, but you refuse to accept it. But let's move on. My question is this: you take foresight. You are being in the house. Our National Cake Center, Central Bank of Bureau, a law that says the person who sits over that should be confirmed before the president said we are on admin and governor for over 6 months. None of you are quarter president is not important.
I didn't get that.
Mr. Zaza,
Can you repeat that, please?
Can you go back a little bit? The network wasn't that clear.
The central bank governor that created the central bank governor says the governor should be appointed by the president, confirmed by the Senate, and that person can be impeached also by the Senate. The president can remove the president. We have acting government over 6 months. None of you has seen any reason, Senate and House of Representatives has seen any reason to question President this. It's one of the oversights out of all the 10 positions that are being suspended and people are none of you are questioning the president. The president told us suspending LTA people for 3 months. That was in March. We are in January. That's 10 months. In 2 months, there will be 1 year set people suspended to be investigated and turned over. All of you are right there. Our problem at Bureau is group governance. You are supposed to help us in strengthening our governance. How are you helping us strengthen governance? These things are so glaring that you are ignoring and somebody forcibly out of position without the consideration of rules.
Is that question?
So that's about it. So the question is,
Question number 6.
How are you your oversight on the issue that has for the bank governor and all the 10 positions that have been there for over 10 months?
Okay.
That's the question I'm concerned about.
Thank
All
you.
right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I know you said not to answer, but I will, please, because they said there's 2 sides to every story. Okay. So your first question was, you said we did not present a complaint or written complaint to KOFA. You got it wrong. That was the first thing we did. Let me give you where you will remember it happened. Remember the very day that Marvin Cole, all those guys stopped the majority black from entering that the Chima, and they locked that place and start putting when that confusion broke out. If you remember that was a complaint that were going to be on the floor, and that they prevented. They did not stop there. Then we actually took the complaint and actually wrote him and sent the complaint to his office. And then we emailed him the complaint, and we WhatsApp it. We did every part possible to give him that complaint. He refused to acknowledge the complaint, first of all. He said, you're not even listening to us. So we did not leave it there. Just wait a minute. You just spoke. So I just want to tell you that they complained. And guess what? When the ECOWAS came in the country, to come and find out what was going on, those were some of the complaints we had. We told ECOWAS that we had the complaint that we've been trying to deliver to Honorable KOFA, and refused to accept it. He has the right to refuse anything from us. That's his right. He did not want to. So we even told them we read the complaint on the floor. In fact, what we did, we read the complaint on the floor in front of the Capitol building that very day when they stopped us from entering. We read the complaint, and then we read the same complaint in front of ECOWAS. You know why ECOWAS came and left easily without saying anything? Ask them them. Because by the time we gave them all the complaints, all the procedure we have followed, the Kofan refused to acknowledge, they packed their loan and left. So yes, you're just hearing things from you say, I say news, because that's what they are preaching to you all. And then your number two, you said we did not give them a due process. We did. We have record of that. We even have a recorded. When he's supposed to be given due process, provided you have to come to us. We set up a committee according to our rules. So face the committee to be able to be read the same thing, and he can go through the due process. And according to even the courts told him to do, he did not. He refused to show up. So we did it in his absence, but we recorded the whole thing. And that's what our rule says. It's written. So yes, we gave him due process. So that number three, you said we had session without a speaker. Yes, according to our rule, we can have up to 3 sessions. We have a presiding officer. And thereafter, we must have a speaker. And that's when, if you remember, that we demanded that father shows up, or else he will be suspended too. And then at that time, we can do a pro tem. Give me a chance. And at that time, we can elect a pro tem, president to preside. But before we can come to that, father shows up. So we did not have the need to do pro tem. But we have to, according to our rule, if you want to read our rule, then read it. So that's why we did what we did. We had a presiding officer 3 times. The 4th one, father came in because we were following the rules. We make sure we followed our rule to the teeth because we knew it was going to be court days. So yes, we did. Then 5, you said central bank governor. Maybe you have not been following this thing, but we wrote that it was brought on the floor about the governor and those employees that were dismissed by the president. It was brought on the floor. So it's on the floor. We've been having deliberation on it, and we've been very concerned. We've been having said, in fact, that we have invited ministers and all these things. So that investigation has been going on. So if you ask again, or if you even check, you will see that yes, we have these things on the floor. Fortunately, that while we're doing this whole saga happened. And since then, all we've been doing was to go to session. And of course, we had the budget. So the budget took precedence over everything. And now that we are done with the budget, we'll go back. These things will be brought back on the floor. So yes, we are very, very concerned. Nobody's supposed to have a potential position, and then all of a sudden they just dismiss you. It's wrong. And we've been speaking out about it. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, Honorable Mary Johnson. Thank you very much. Ila, I think we have to go to the line, interact with the public. We do relay. I'm coming. Don't forget to relay by our sister radio station. We will.
Okay, so the state podium. Jackson, please mute your mic. Okay. So, if you're listening, you're listening to Top FM 105.3 megahertz, broadcasting live from Zuadru City, Grand Judah County, right to your radio. And we've been in conversation, a very serious conversation with Honorable Mary Johnson, talking about her visit to the county, her activities, lineup, and other things in the pipeline, and you've been listening. So if you're listening and you want to be a part of this broadcast this evening to interact with your honorable representative, then of course you can call our numbers here: 0881-143504, 0881-143504, or 0776-105-105, so that you can be able to interact. We hope and we actually wish that we could continue this long, but we got to observe the time from our sisters radio station that are relay. So once a good evening. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Zaza.
Good evening, sir.
Let me say welcome to our Honorable District 2 lawmaker, Mary Johnson.
Okay, your name and where you calling us from?
This is Captain Emmanuel L. Joe by the Kato. You don't force by compare the Judah right thing. And I have a question. I want the Honorable to please help and provide a little bit of clarity on it. Oh, the issue of the CSD, quote unquote, 100,000+ that have been allegedly embezzled by an individual from KONOBO district in collaboration with the CSD council that has been dissolved, and there was a plan in the making to reinstate, to constitute a new leadership. We got the information that all of this thing is before your desk. What is your next plan of action toward this in the interest of the KONOBO district citizen, so that the company that is operating there can know the responsibility towards the citizen? Thank you.
So yeah, let's take this call. Hello.
Yeah, let me say good evening, Ila, and let me say good evening to all of the panelists. This is George Super, the Euroscope coordinator for Green Bay.
Yeah, George, go ahead, Honorable.
Ila, if I not call on the show, I'll be too ungrateful. I'll be ungrateful to many young people of Nigeria County because of what happened today.
Okay.
Today was one of the historical days in the length and the breadth of Nigeria County. For over years, with all of the development, with all of the resources that are input, or with all the operations that Puru have done in Putu and other companies that are there, that does not see the needs of building a youth center for the young people of Putu, but by the means and the leadership ability of Mary Johnson to go to Putu today, in which I was also part of that team, and we did a groundbreaking ceremony to build the first time in history for Putu to have a youth center, which we did today. I actually want to appreciate her. And for the issue of the legislative politics, I want for all Grenadians to know that legislative politics is above you and I. It's a whole lot of different things. And today, based on explanation, some of us that had doubt about other things that have been going on at Capitol building, we want to appreciate her. Politics is an interest area. More especially when you are elected by your people, and you go into that house, you should be able to push your way in, wherein you'll be able to help your people back home. You're not going to worship one person. So I also want to appreciate her for always seeing the interest of the Liberian people and always thinking about the young people.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's take this call. Your name and where you calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Ada Bono. I'm calling from Mayastown.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to say welcome back, Mother, for this our beautiful country. I highly admire your address. Many of our people have been blind to the issue, and no one was able to address what was really going on, and I really appreciate you a lot. I pray that God gives you more wisdom for your dream. I pray that God gives you wisdom for this district 1. You are the giant for this place, and you're going to make sure things will change. Thank you. You are welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so if you're there, you want to be a part of this broadcast this evening, you can call us on 0776 105 105 or 0881 43504 are the numbers you can call. Let's take this call.
Good evening, Ida Zaza.
Good evening. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Speaking to Fred, the way I join you from Bolivia resident.
Welcome.
Thank you. Let me use the platform to also appreciate Mary Johnson for being far-sighted, innovative to carry on and a groundbreaking ceremony program in Putu, wherein we are expecting our youth center in the course of 4 months, so say by her.
Okay.
Now, Peter, to leave the land quickly because I don't want to keep the land on hostage. I listened to the honorable representative. She said everything they did in the House of Parliament when it comes to the removing of Speaker Kofa is legal. Now, my question is, honorable representative, when you know something is fair, something is legal, so say by you, why should your need be to retreat? You sign and receive a 15,000 USD that will move somebody that's something illegal. Why should you do that? Why should your brother do something that's illegal? Now my question to her.
All right, thank you so much. So we will now go over to the honorable to answer those questions that have been asked already. So we can, take them bit by bit. Honorable.
Thank you. The first caller. Thank you so much for that beautiful question concerning the CFBC. Uh, it's very concerning. When I heard about the investment, I did come on to the county. I went to my district and I had a town hall meeting. In fact, I had a kind of white week, a whole week in Kunabo. And then I came together with the FDA, the sessions FDA, including me, and everybody else involved was present at that particular meeting. And that investigation was done. In fact, it was carried over. That investigation was in order for like over few months before I even heard about it. And then I started pressuring FDA to actually come out to tell us exactly what is happening. And so finally, FDA selected the date, and we all got to Kunabo. And at that meeting, they were able to actually give us information as to how that money was spent. Well, 111,000 US dollar was embezzled by the current or the past CFBC board. And so at that meeting, it was discussed that the whole team be resolved. And in fact, they were talking about prosecuting the chair involved, and that they were going to come out to re-elect a new board before anything. So we wrote, and we were able to start to post up a payment to the CFBC, that no more money is supposed to be disbursed from that account anymore by anyone until a new board was funded. And to my utmost surprise, in fact, 2 weeks ago, I heard that again, they say FDA has disbursed about 395 something thousand Liberian dollars again to the same group that we already said not supposed to be in power, and no one should disburse money to them. So that information was just brought to my attention. I received, in fact, video footages telling me what footage telling me what went on. And so I am going to town because I was on my way before I got that video. So when I got back to town, then I'm going to engage FDA, first of all, to find out why. In fact, while I'm here, I would engage this office down here first, the local office, to find out what went wrong. How did they begin to disburse money that we all agree on at the meeting that these people are never going to go to receive anymore? So I am investigating that. Thank you for that. I'm not forgetting this is huge money. That money is important. I think if you go to Kunabo and you see Ziada or other places in our district, not just Kunabo alone, you will see that we have serious need. People don't have pumps, no drinking water. They don't have good schools. Nothing positive is going on right now, and we are trying our best to correct things. And yet, people are sitting and investing that kind of money. And the thing is, okay, and for FDF all group to disperse funds after we agreed that these people cannot receive now one more penny until a new team was formed, it's beyond me. So, but I am definitely going to make sure that we get to the bottom of this, because this is serious. Thank you. Now, the second caller said about me, everything is illegal, moving on about COFA because we received 16,000. And I signed. And this guy cannot show me one list that you saw my signature, if he knows my signature, that I signed for 16. In fact, that guy who said we signed for 16,000, that put that money on his deck, on his lap, according to the video, if you're following things, he put 2020 on your lap in that video. And he said in that video that we received, he got lists that you were showing that we received 16,000 each. And just was his own money that he gave him, and he gave some money back to somebody, all kinds of crap he said, right? That same man said that he was being chased by the boys, and he had the recorder on, but yet there's nothing on that thing shows that anybody was chasing or anything. And then number two, that particular money, when he said it, we wrote GSC to investigate this allegation against us. GSC called him to bring the evidence. Guess what he took there? $10. The money changed now from the money he received, which was $20. He had a list that we supposedly signed down to $10. That's why he took into evidence. So you knowing better now, say you're doing an investigation, you're proving that we actually received $16,000. What happened? Is it your money changer? If I have evidence against you, I say you did this to me, and this is my evidence, I take that particular evidence in place because this is why they're going to investigate. You took $10. In that particular case, it's on investigation. I think they are already come up with their findings. So we'll find that out. And so I don't have anything to say to that because this is pure accusation that we received $16,000. Honorable Kofa knows very well that $16,000, but each person cannot get him out of power. He knows it. So that $16,000 is pure fabrication and lies put together. The same people, they still lying, putting all the lies together. Oh, they do this, all with that. Now they bring the capital business. So we all these things. Like I told you, the man has to payroll of all these people that are supposed to tarnish our reputation. And they're doing very good work because people like you believe them. So it will movie a speaker for $16,000. Think about it. You know, and someone else you see, these people that you're talking about $16,000, some of the lawmakers, if you know what they got, the businesses they have, $16,000 is nothing to go move a speaker for. So that's your belief. I can't change it, but I just want to let you know that it's a lie because the video he had that day and why you reported to God will tell the difference.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so she've addressed the first few questions. We'll now take 5 more calls and we will address. Okay, we got this call coming already. Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Your name and where you calling us from?
Yeah, there is Amos Mahanaja.
Okay, Amos, go ahead.
Piedmont Street in Israel.
You're welcome.
I usually refer to as Big Two. Now, Honorable Johnson.
Thank you, sir.
I want to say welcome to you in Grand GEDEH.
Thank you.
The Saturday in the Street 2 where we all hail from. I want first thing, I follow your working. And then I'm actually in love with all of your programs. Most especially, I've been to Seattle, and then I saw the kind of level of work. And what came to my attention was, KONOBO is done just in Seattle. Because the fighter district comprises of Futu, Yo Travel, and things. So chess on the thing. And then I was shocked today that the team went to Futu Sanoka and did a groundbreaking ceremony. You know, this is how people feel when it comes to utilization. So for me, I want you to remain focused and then continue those tangible development in our district. The future is watching you very closely, and all of us, we are here monitoring your process.
Thank you.
You are welcome. And hopefully tomorrow I will make my presence felt at the house.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll take more calls on 0776 105 105 or 0881 143504. We will take 4 more calls and we go over to our guest. Good evening. Your name and where you calling us from?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. You're welcome.
Yes, good evening.
All right, your name?
I'm Jonas Kratis, calling from Palm Village in Babaville, Grand GEDEH County.
Make your point and I'll ask your question.
Yes, I first of all want to welcome our honorable representative in Grand GEDEH County, KONOBO District.
Thank you, sir.
I started monitoring a speech from the beginning.
Okay.
But I just one thing I try to single out, which has to do with the direction of the police station in KONOBO District. My question is that You know, in this county, we have an old vehicle. Just put imagine, in the whole of the county, we have one vehicle, old vehicle for the police station. I want to ask her, how is she going to make the police people that she's talking about, erection of the building, how is she going to make the police effective in terms of transportation, in terms of running after perpetrators, in terms of patrol?
Okay,
Where the
okay.
police have no access to move. When I'm talking about no access, it means when they have transportation, they'll be able to move all the county.
All right, Chief.
But imagine it's very dejecting when we have only one police car. In fact, that police car is not a
Your
new
question
car,
is
only one.
it has
How
been made
is
clear,
she going
sir.
to
You're just
manage
repeating the
to
question over and
sophisticate
over. So
the police?
we will take the next call. Hello, your name, where are you calling us from?
Okay, good evening, the panelists. Let me say good evening to the honorable lady in studio.
And you're gonna go straight to the point, please.
My name is Kuya Gray, and I join you from Mazo Bush residence. First, I want to say bravo to Johnson for intellectual explanation tonight. She actually make the public to understand what she is in the house for. And if you are informed and elaborating on information, people actually understand well what you are saying. So I want to say to her, and she continue her.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's take this call. Good evening, your name, where are you calling us from? All right, you can follow instruction. Go sit down to the radio and call, yeah? So you call us 0881 143504 or 0776 105 105. Let's take this call. This should be out. Yeah, okay.
Hello?
Yeah, your name, where are you calling us from?
Yeah, I'm Festus Yupodage,
Okay.
calling from World Zaitan.
Okay, Festa, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I want to take this time to appreciate Honorable Mary Johnson for brilliant explanation pertaining to the saga in the house and her development in the district. You know, I'm baffled to see our people not focusing on what will benefit Grand GEDEH County and focusing on cover removal. Cover was removed literally. So right now I expect the people of Grand GEDEH County to focus on what Marie will do in KONOBO district and what she did today.
Okay.
All
right, Festus. Thank you so much. Let's take our last call. Your name and where you calling us from?
Yeah, I'm Shelton Wisdom Gay. I'm calling you from the nation's capital.
Okay, you've been following the broadcast.
That means they're following you TV.
Okay.
Again, let me use this opportunity occasion to appreciate the mother of the revolution. We refer to her as mother of revolution because of her vision, her dream, in contributing to the developmental agenda of Grand GEDEH. I just follow her today, especially as it relates to her work in the space. The other quarters extremely well by breaking ground for modern youth center. You know, this is the thing I would learn. So far, if you rather observe the developmental aspect of Grand GEDEH now, District 1 and District 2.
You want to run it up, please?
Because they are doing extremely well. So let me say thank you, Oma Marie. Keep it up, and we are following your work. We believe that the good people of KONOBO district, especially in subsequent elections, they will retain you because your work is marvelous. Keep up and kudos to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Honorable, with the time check, 9:52, you will address some of the questions. If there's any question or respond to some of the concerns, then we take your part in comment to be able to give us your summary of your visitation into the county, beginning today and as you will conclude. So, it's over to you.
Thank you. I think there was a caller who talks about the police station, the vehicle. Well, the police station first, because when I spoke with the director of police, his concern was if you don't have a police station, you will not have police that will be willing to come into your district or wherever it is to come and work, because of course there's no office for them to sit, there's no one for them to even work. So at the end, right now, we only have one police officer simply because there's nowhere for anybody else to. But for police station in place, then they will be able to hire to bring on more police to assign to that station, and so they will be able to also give, like maybe vehicles and maybe motorbikes because of where we live in our district, and so these things can be lobbied for. So, but we first of all have to have the house. Then of course I can go to lobby for these things that will actually go into that building to make it functional. So definitely it's my goal too, because the county will not be safe without the policing in place. So now I forgot one thing. I forgot to mention that my tour going to go to Chienzoni. So Saturday I'll be in Chienzoni. We'll start from town to town doing the same thing, telling my people thank you, and then we'll sleep in Town, and then do the same festival, and then we'll continue from do the same thing from town to town to Town, where we spend our last night, and thereafter we'll come back to Zvedru, and then I will be on my merry way back to Morovia, because we have a session starting the 15th, but I will be back in February, because in February, the people of KONOBO kind of appreciated me, and they decided that we should have a feast together, which of course they will slaughter a cow or cows for that matter in Town. Yeah, that will be in February. And also the GLIO group also appreciated Honorable Yaya, Thomas Yaya Nimle and myself. So they are slaughtering a cow too in GLIO that we're going to go to partake in the festival in February. So at which time that I told you that when I come, I will be doing groundbreaking for the other remaining facilities that are supposed to go to Chienzoni and to Town. And what I want to say here, first of all, on this platform tonight is to actually extend my heartfelt appreciation to the entire KONOBO district for really being there with me every step of the way. The election was not easy, but they stood by me, day and night. They gave me the strength to even be able to go on. And that's the reason why today I'm having sleepless nights, because I know they got behind me because they know what I can bring to the table. And I personally will never, I pray to God first, disappoint them. And so it's my dream and my hope to go out there and lobby as much as I can. I know the other men say, oh, it's not supposed to be. That's not my job. I know. But my people need me. If I have the will to do it, I will. And so that's even someone abroad don't have to be a lawmaker. You could just donate, come, help your people out. That's, I think, as human, it's in us to do that. Whether you're a lawmaker or not, you don't have to wait for it to fall within your job description in order to be able to carry that on. As a human, it is your right to give. If you can, if you have the upper hand, you do that. And so I'm going to do it as a lawmaker, whether it's my job or not. And so I want to say thank you, even to Top FM for always hosting me. And I've been there all this time with me during the election and now, and also Smart FM and all the radio stations in Grand Jeddah for that matter. I want to say thank you to each and every one of them. And so that would be it. I will be here in February when I go to do all the festival, everything. I will be back here. So I'll be giving you updates on the other aspect of what is going to happen, because of course I will do this thing all through March to April. because I'm going to go to every single town that I went to before, asking these people to vote for me. I will go to each and every one of those towns, one by one, to tell them thank you. That's my goal. So you're going to leave me up to maybe April. But as I come here in February, I'll come back here to tell you the next group of people that I'm going to be visiting, so that we can give that schedule and what's going to happen. So I just want to say, to all the sessions that I'm not coming to right now, I want you to know that I'm coming. I'm starting. I don't want you to feel that I came this way and I'm not going to reach you, because I'm going to reach each and every one of you, because you all mean a lot to me. So thank you so much for having me as your representative. My office is open. You know me. You say I'm the person that don't ever turn down a call, and I plan not to. You call me like we used to do when I was running. You still do the same now. You call me, I'll pick up my phone. But I have an office in the district, KONOBO district in KONOBO, Seattle. And you all know that Honorable Nathaniel Talley is the CO, the coordinator in the district. So you can reach out to him if you have letters, you have any concern, anything for that matter. I'm reachable. You can reach it out to him. You will call me, and then we can go on to solve your problems or to listen to your cries. And I can assure you that what happened with that CFBC is not going to go unnoticed. And so is Horizon. I understand that Horizon is holding on things out of Seattle and boundary little by little. I'm getting that information, but I'll be in Barry tomorrow to actually get the actual facts, because I don't believe in you say and I say. I believe in facts. If it is true, then that would be something that we'll all set to discuss. And so thank you for having me, and thank you.
That's it. Thank you for having me, and thank you. That's the voice of Honorable Mary Johnson of KONOBO District, talking about her activity and a visit into the county. So that's all we have to talk about here this evening on this first Monday of 2025. It has been a very interesting conversation here. You heard her. She will be back here again in February for another round of her activity, telling her people thank you and taking on some other development activities. So we'd like to say thanks to all of you who've been following through this interview, and thanks to our panelists for leaving their busy schedule to join us, asking some questions, making this debate interesting and heated. So we'd like to say thank you, and I've been your host, Ila Pledy Zaza. Have a God bless evening. I see you.
I don't try to give you my love, to give you a hug, cause you they make me fall in love. You are the finest, you see the girl I go use for my DP. I go make it number one, ask me skip, he knows what I'm saying. Mama, don't play me, don't try me, even if you don't like me, just don't be one thing, because Namu, nde arabutanamu, even in each other, ngenyeke ya raketile, yeah. I've been thinking of you, girl. Why you put me for cruise, girl? You take me for fool, girl. Just because I say I love you, you can't try to play my love, yeah. Chai, okay, I'm on the Anigati, Makana, if you need the melody, Osinovi, Chai, okay, I'm on the Anigati, Makana, if you need the melody, Osinovi. Shena, because I say I love you, come, they use me play Cinco. Shena, because I say I you no one follow me go. You can't whine me like moto. But to feel me, they go to your photo. They tell me that guy na your uncle. Why they lie? You just want do you do? Oh yeah, but sit down in that catch. Oh yeah, just dear bumbo kojo. Oh yeah, just for me, my lady. Oh yeah, come on, let my jolo. When you pass the back, kakato. Oh yeah, your dear bumbo kojo. Oh yeah, just for me, my baby. Oh yeah, come on, let my jolo. Why you put me for you take me for food. Just because I say I love you, you gon' try to play my love. Yeah, okay, maybe I'm on the Anigati. I'm gonna be any day, the melody. Osinovi. Okay, maybe I'm on the Anigati. I'm gonna be any day, the melody. Osinovi. Madam. Guinea can give me Kanyinati. Make we day like bread and butter. Cause I know we'll be together. You they make me higher. One more get you hot like fire. I no go retire. Hey, hey. Biko ala kukwanamu. Ara kutanamu. Ifeni ni cholo. Nyeke ya nuju. Ooh, rocket delay. I'm thinking of you, girl. Why you put me for cruise, girl? You take me for fool, girl. Just because I say I love you, you gon' try to play my love. Yeah, okay, I'm on the Anigati. I'm gonna if you need it, the melody. Osinovi. Okay, I'm on the Anigati. I'm gonna if you need it, the melody. Osinovi. Mastercraft on the beat. Me and you, yeah. Me and you. Girl, I can't believe, baby like you come to my way, and me I go like, make me go find somewhere where me and you go there. Now there I go tell you say. Now there you go know how much I need you. Now there I go promote my rose flower. Give up to you, tell you I love you. There's no delay for every day. I want to share my love with you. Anything you want, I go give up to you. There will be no more problems if you give your love to me, baby. Me and you, ba-da-da-ba-da, me and you, yeah. Me and you, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, me and you, yeah. Me and you, ba-da-da-ba-da, me and you, yeah. Just me and you, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, me and you, yeah. Oh, yeah, make me dey flow, my darling. You dey make me go low, my honey. You dey sweet me, oh. Make me dey 80-90, oh. 1 + 1 is equals to 2. But me and you, we are equals to 1. The way you dey laugh, not the way I dey laugh. We do make sense. That's why I say there's no delay for every day. To share my love with you. Anything you want, I will give up to you. There will be no more problems if you give your love to me, baby. Me and you, ba-da-da-ba-da, me and you, yeah. Me and you, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, me and you, yeah. Me and you, ba-da-da-ba-da, me and you, yeah. Just me and you, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, me and you. Me and you, as we go, nobody be like us. The love for me and you know be by force, and that is why I made you my choice. I say nobody be like us. We do make sense. That's why I say me and you, oh me and you, me and you, yeah, me and you, just me and you, ba-da-da-ba-da, me and you, oh no, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, me. Me and you, there's no delay for every day. I want to share my love with you. Anything you want, I will give up to you. There will be no more problems if you give your love to me, baby. Me and you, me and you.